Hello and greetings from Connecticut. Today we got a really special video for you. It's called Autographs. And we will be looking at all the autographs that I've obtained over the years. Unfortunately, I'm missing like 3 that I can think of that I'm upset about, but one was a band CD that got wrecked in water damage, and the CD was not in a jewel case. It was just a cardboard CD open up thing, and it got completely destroyed in the water. I'm not going to mention all the autographs that got wrecked or are missing now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the autographs that I do have. So let's get to work, and I will show you all the autographs that I have right now. All right, so I've got autographs here, and some of these autographs I purchased, and others I had signed myself. Had them signed myself. Some from a lot of not so famous to famous people. So let's just get started here. First thing I got over here is a CD I bought in Cleveland from a band called Subarachnoid Space. And they were an interesting space rock band, and I actually went backstage with them for a little bit. And I'm not going to say what we did back there, but I got this signed. Very nice. It's a little more famous. This is Nick Turner, one of my favorite artists. Recently passed away. Very sorry to hear that. This is called Kick-Ass Kamano, or it's kind of hard to read actually because the cover's kind of weird. It's in a sleeve, okay, but on the back, there it is. Nick Turner wrote, Nick Turner, Stay High. Here's a CD I bought at the Strange Days 99 Festival or 99 Festival. This is Far Flung with Nick Turner live at the, well, this was I bought after we went to the festival, but this was their performance at the festival. But while I was at the festival, this is my ticket stub, or one of my ticket stubs. I have another one. If you saw my ticket stub video, I have another one of these that's in full contact. But on the back of this one, if I can get the glare out, you can see Stay High, Nick Turner. Another Hawkwind member I met in Cleveland who was the most, I don't know, he was the funniest musician I ever met. This guy was wonderful. His name was Hugh Lloyd Langton, for those that don't know Hawkwind and stuff like that. Marvelous guitar player. Unfortunately, Hugh passed away some years ago, and very upsetting to hear it. But I met him and his wife at the show, and he was just the most funniest guy. And he was goofing around with everybody in line, and you can sign it right here. And then after he signed it, he said to me, "Do you want me to sign it again?" I said, "Yeah, okay." So he signed it twice. It's really funny. More Hawkwind stuff, I guess, if you want to talk about Hawkwind. Here's autographs I got at the meet and greet when I went to see them. This is to Darren from Mr. Dibbs. Dave Brock. And Jason, I'm not sure, I can't remember his last name. I feel so bad. Richard Chadwick wrote Richard on here too. It's just a piece of paper with them signing in a black Sharpie. Another band I love is the Bevesfront. And their bass player, Adrian Shaw, had sent me a letter in the mail. Because Aid, it's kind of hard to see because this fucking light is, but he signed it right there. It's probably my most famous, but unfortunately this is on a flyer, old and torn up. It was a piece of a flyer, but this is Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. And that is his autograph. It is very faded, and it is probably not going to be legible here. Let me see if I can. It's too faded. It's much too faded to. But found a piece of ripped up flyer from the show, and I happened to grab it and have him sign it. So artist is passed away a couple years ago, but this is from the band Uriah Heep, and this was their keyboardist Ken Hensley, the original keyboardist, I might add. And he wrote, "Hi, Darren, Ken Hensley." I had it signed by Ken because I was living in Florida, and he was going to a local drum shop with a couple other musicians. Another rock and roll band that I loved a lot was Black Oak, Arkansas. And this is an album called Ready as Hell, the new album by Black Oak, Arkansas. This is like came out later, but on the back, there's a paper that I slid in there. And it says, "To Darren from Jim Dandy, keep on keeping on," he wrote. Because I asked him to write that, because that's a song by them that I really liked at the time, and still like a lot. I still love Black Oak. I had another autograph by him, and another one too, which are missing, and I don't think they're going to turn up. Another rock and roll autograph. Other than what's on the wall, this is going to be a little hard, but this is the band Diamond Head I went to go see in Michigan, and after the show, they came out, and Brian Tatler, the guitar player, signed this for me, and the rest of the band did too, even though they weren't original members of the band, but Brian was, and he was pretty much the main guy of the band. And it was a pleasure to meet him, and he was a really nice guy, and he really kicked some butt. I really enjoyed the show, and a couple wrestling autographs I have here, and I believe I've shown this before in my baseball card collection during the wrestling videos, which is no longer up, but this is from wrestler superstar Billy Graham. This is his autobiography, and inside it is autographed to Vinny from superstar Billy Graham. And now, it didn't come with a certificate of authenticity, but the man who sold it to me told me that it was owned by a WWE employee with the name Vincent. Not Vince McMahon, but named Vincent. I guess he was the guy who used to keep time at the bell. And it is superstar Billy Graham's autograph. It's for real. Another I know is for real for sure because this is Samoans. Sika. Not Afa, just Sika. And me and my son went to a wrestling show here in Toledo. And he had a table set up where he was selling autographs. Well, he was selling pictures and autographs. Let's move on to baseball stuff. One, I got this ball here that I had signed at the Toledo Mud Hens game by Red Sox prospect at the time, Josh Reddick. It's a very light autograph on there. He signed it like in a pen. Scribble on a ball, but I was there. I saw him do it, and he handed it back to me, and I said, "Thank you very much." And I've got Freddie Lynn on a baseball card with his real autograph. This was shown in my baseball card collection, so some of you have seen this before. I think his name's Chris Stewart. Yeah, Chris Stewart, and he was on the Rangers. I'm not really familiar with him. My memory isn't so good anymore, but this is a real autograph on here. I got this in a pack. And this one is really cool, and this has a certificate of authenticity on the back. This is one of those baseball cards that came off the back of Hostess cupcakes that used to cut off the back. That used to come like in the 70s. And this is Rick Burleson, the Rooster. And it's signed Rick Burleson. And it has a certificate of authenticity on the back. Shirt for the Red Sox. This is really cool. One of my really close friends in Ohio, or he lives in Michigan, gave me this. This is signed by Curt Schilling. And this is from the World Series '07. And it's got tags on it still and all that because, of course, I won't wear it. It's really nice. Oh, and I forgot, I have another CD here that is from a space rock musician, Helios Creed, who was in a band called Chrome. And I met Helios in Cleveland. I didn't get his autograph there with this, but I mean, I hung out with him for a while. Like, we were backstage. He took me backstage. He was like real cool. And what this was is I actually pledged some money to help them put this band Chrome their CD out. Well, I mean, they'd already had CDs out, but to put this project together at the time, they were having a little bit of trouble. So they were asking their fans if they would help out a little bit, and I pledged $50 to them. And I actually got my name inside the CD. You're not going to be able to see it here, but yeah, they gave me a thank you, and they actually put my name in here. So that's kind of cool. My name's not only in this CD, but when he sent it to me, Helios Creed signed it. Well, I asked him to, like when he mailed it to me. And I thought that was really cool of him. Okay, and now I'm going to show you some autographs that I have that are on my wall down here. This is probably one of my favorites of all time. This is from, you can see the ticket stub here, John Burkhart's Midlife Crisis of Champions at TT the Bears. The Bevis Frond, my favorite band, signed by Nick Solomon and Paul Simmons of the band. Amazing. One of my favorites on the wall. But if you want to move over here, we have a Hawkwind poster, which was signed by Mr. David Brock, Richard Chadwick, and David Dibbs of Spacehead, who was replacing Alan Davey on that. That's a Hawkwind poster here on the wall. And then last but not least, over in here, this is an incredible poster with Uli John Roth, Jennifer Batten, and Andy Timmons, all three phenomenal guitarists in their own right. Went to this show, the ticket stubs in the actual poster frame, guitar picks, and backstage pass included in this poster, all autographed by Andy, Uli John Roth, and Jennifer Batten. Amazing.